Welcome back, Karate 360 fans, to part 2 of our World Championships 2018 podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Kalen Anglos. Richard Mosdale is not here right now, but we'll be coming in here shortly. But we're getting started here with our good friend and also club instructor, Owen Brady. We'll get started here with the show.
Hello.
Karate 360, let's start this show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's the thing that we love. Karate! Sanrokumaru! Nailed it, Owen.
Nice.
Nailed it. Good
Nice.
job. So, Richard Sensei is off playing club instructor, club owner right now.
Yep.
And has some very important business meetings to attend to. And he's about half hour late returning from those. And I thought, you know what? We're not going to wait around for him. On the Karate 360 podcast does not wait around for Richard Mosdale. Well, we do sometimes, but not tonight. So I figured you're here. We just did some pretty cool stuff in the dojo with our Muse system here, our headband measuring your brain waves. What do you think of that little game you had to play?
It was really cool.
Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
You just kind of push the green button every time it says.
Yep.
But like I was telling you, so you put this device over your head. It measures your brain waves. Did you feel anything?
I felt awesome.
It felt awesome. It felt cool. Cause you
Yeah.
what did you say when you put it on? You said, I feel like an X-Man or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
X-Man.
What's his name that wears?
Cyclops.
Cyclops, that's
Cyclops,
right.
yep.
Yeah, Cyclops. Anyway, so this way it measures your brain waves as you're going, and you just play that little game, and it's just kind of basically measuring your reaction and the brain waves that are happening as those reactions happen. So the game is just pretty simple, as you found out. Just there's a blue dot, and every time it turns green, you push the green button. But it's not as simple as that. It's actually like measuring what's going on in your brain. So pretty cool. And again, I told you this, but I'll tell our listeners what we're looking at here is we did it actually while we did our jiu-jitsu class tonight.
Yes.
Which we'll talk about in a sec. And we did it before and after. Basically, what we're trying to show is that you have. Hopefully what we're trying to show is that you have better brain function after martial arts like jiu-jitsu or karate opposed to just doing like cycling and that kind of stuff. So I just had Mr. Mosdale text me. He says he'll be back in 5 minutes. So we got 5 minutes.
5
Owen.
minutes.
There you go. 5 minutes of your debut on the Karate 360 podcast. What do you think of the jiu-jitsu stuff so far before we get too much into the World Championships?
I love the jiu-jitsu stuff.
It's a lot of fun, hey?
Yeah.
It's a nice little thing to add to, for sure, to your karate training.
Especially since Kumite doesn't get the full grapple work on the ground.
For sure.
It's nice to go like full 360.
Yeah, so full 360. Like a karate 360. I like how you did that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, the Kumite doesn't really have the grappling aspect, so it's nice to just round out your self-defense and your martial arts in general and that kind of stuff. So no, it's a lot of fun. We got a little study group going on in there, and it's going pretty good. How long have you been doing karate for now?
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
You're a black belt now. You just got your black belt.
Yeah,
Tell us a little
July.
bit about the black belt grading test, because I wasn't actually there for yours.
Oh, yeah. So it was on July 15th. I was
Okay.
actually really nervous, but it just came off of a good big seminar.
That's right. So the way we do it is we have a big seminar for the Wado seminar, and then right after, was it right after or the day after you did your test?
Saturday and Sunday was the seminar.
Okay.
And then black belt test was on Sunday.
Was on Sunday after the seminar. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
so
were a little nervous. What did you feel in terms of like? Yeah, obviously you're nervous, but did you feel like you were physically ready to go, or what was running through your mind right before you went on to your test?
I felt like I was the best that I could have been up to that point.
Good.
But yes, of course, nervousness. We had, nervous issues. There's a lot going on in my mind right beforehand.
Sure. Like what kind of chatter was going on in your mind?
Just thinking a lot like, oh, wait, I have to remember how to do this and that impact and that twist and timing. And
just little things maybe that you learned. I found sometimes that like when we have those seminars before a grading test, and I had the same thing when I did my grading test. Oh man, I don't know, 8-9 years ago now. I don't even remember. But I found sometimes you get so much information thrown at you during those gradings, during the seminars, that by the time it gets to your grading, you like have even more to think about. So it almost adds to your nervousness. Did you kind of find that a little bit?
Definitely found that.
Yeah. It's kind of a balancing act a little bit of like new information and balancing your old information and wanting to perform your best. But obviously you performed your best. You were good enough. You performed well because you got your black belt, right?
Yep.
How does it feel to be a black belt in the club?
It feels pretty cool.
And it's cool for us too because you're like the first one to go through the ranks, basically from white belt all the way up to black belt, and now a full-time instructor in the club. Also tell us a little bit about that transition from, maybe part-time instructor. You had a different job before, but now coming to be a karate instructor. Tell us a little bit about that transition of becoming a full-time karate instructor.
Okay, well, obviously I started, I think, around 2 years ago working volunteering.
Yes.
And then worked up to part-time.
Yeah.
And then part-time with another full-time job.
Yeah.
And then one day I was working my old job. Now I'm working full-time at this job the next day.
Sure,
so it was just bam, switch.
It was just a quick little switch.
Yep.
Yeah, and, I see you in here every week, and I can really see your instructor hat is just getting like stronger. Like you're just getting better and better and better as an instructor. I really noticed it tonight when you were like controlling the kids. How old are the kids that you were training?
They were 7 to 12.
7 to 12.
Yep.
And you were just like really controlling them. Like, hey, like I say yes. What do you? That's the sensei. Like yes. Like you were on it, and then that's something that like takes some practice to be able to do that, right? Like, and you've been doing this 3 months, 4 months, maybe even
since
longer?
February.
So even longer.
Yeah. But it wasn't just me, of course. I had Richard Sensei and Nick and all the other instructors mentoring me and telling me how to do it properly.
100%. And I mean, you don't get much better mentoring than them. They're like professional karate instructors. So it's about you guys. One thing that we do have coming up this weekend is we do have a club tournament. We talked about that last week on the podcast. But we also had what we're calling the World of Wado weekend. So it's a technical seminar on Saturday and then a club tournament on Sunday.
Yes.
What do you know about that? You might even know more than I do.
Club tournament?
About not only the club tournament, but the technical seminar.
The club tournament. So I know that Norma Foster, Peter Stoddart, and Richard Masdell, of course, doing the seminar. And then on Sunday, I believe Hollyburn and Kenzan will be doing the tournament together.
That's right.
And then after we have a black belt test. There's a
black belt. I didn't even know. So there's a black belt test on Sunday.
Yes.
Anybody from our club going on Sunday? Do you know?
Emma
is going. Masdell, of course she is. Whoa, nice. So Richard Masdell's daughter.
So good luck to her.
Good luck to Emma. Yeah, she's. She'll do great. She's pretty focused, but she's probably got those pre-grading nerves going on right now. Technical seminar on Saturday. So again, that's with Norma Foster Sensei, Peter Stoddart, who we've had on the podcast. Great fun. So I'm sure it'll be very, Wado. It's obviously going to be a Wado. It's a World of Wado weekend. So they're going to go over obviously maybe some basics and some kata stuff. Basically, almost like a seminar like you would have before a grading test, right? That's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, and then also. In the third section of the seminar, we're going to take from blue all the way to black belts and run them through a fake exam.
Okay.
Like a pre-test.
So
not only black belts and people who are grading, all blue all the way up.
Are you going to take them through a black belt test? Like a mock black belt test.
Yep.
So even if you're blue belt, you can kind of get prepared. I really like that idea to try and prepare yourself a little bit for the black belt test. Yeah.
And I honestly, as like a personal person who's gone through that, Richard Sensei has brought me through probably like 50 black belt tests before I went for mine.
Sure.
So helps.
Yeah,
it definitely helps.
Big help to just know what you're kind of required to do, know what's going to be asked of you. I think that's I never had that as a black belt, like going for my black belt. I think that would have been a huge benefit, is going through like a mock exam. So that's great. So yeah, that's coming up this weekend at Kenzan Sports Karate, I believe. Well, by the time this is out, they won't have time to register. So it's all over. But what they can still register for, especially if you're local here in BC or even in Canada, is the Karate BC Provincial Championships coming up December 1st and 2nd. That's at the Richmond Olympic Oval. Of course, it's one of the bigger events in Karate BC because, of course, it brings together all the elite athletes from, in BC for our provincial championships. You went 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago or last year, something like that.
Yep. Yeah, and you're not competing this year because you're focusing just more on the instructing and becoming that. But you did recently do your refereeing clinic. Is that correct? Were you a referee?
Yes. I'm now officially a referee.
You're officially a referee.
You're officially a regional judge.
A regional judge.
Yep.
So you and the Flex, have you had a chance to get in the ring yet?
Victoria Open.
Okay.
I did actually my exam. That's where Dan Wallace actually examined me, let me become a regional referee.
Okay, good.
But other than that, I haven't done too many suiting things.
Okay, suiting things. And are you going to are you going to provincials as a referee or no?
Yes.
I'll
be going as referee on Saturday, also competing on Saturday in the advanced, my division.
Okay.
And then Sunday I won't be there.
Okay, yeah. So Saturday you are going to wear two hats. You're going to be a refereeing hat.
Yeah. And
then later on, because, you'll probably be near the end of the day, you're going to be competing.
Yep.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about doing both those?
Pretty nervous.
Pretty nervous?
Yep.
Nervous more so. Are you nervous for the refereeing because, it's a big event. You haven't really refereed in a big event like that. Are you nervous for the competing aspect, or are you nervous in the fact that you have to do both in one day?
I'm definitely nervous of the changeover, going from referee to athlete, making sure I have enough warm-up time, getting all my muscles worked out.
Yeah.
But I'm more worried about the actual comité than I am about refereeing.
In terms of your actual comité performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you'll be in the elite division, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be some elite athletes for sure.
Elite will be the advanced black belt on Saturday.
Advanced black on Saturday. Elite will be on Sunday. Yeah, of course, because the elites will be going for the team. So no, never mind. But yeah, so Saturday you're going to be going for the advanced black. So there's going to be some good competition in there. Yeah. But you've been training hard. So I mean, just go in there and do your thing. I think as long as I've never had to do that, go from a referee to being a athlete or competing athlete right after. I've never had to do that, so I couldn't even imagine that transition. Actually, I'm not a certified referee at all, so I would never have to worry about that. But I could imagine how difficult that would be. But I think if you just, leave yourself enough time in between. Yep. And is Nick running the tournament? Do you know?
I think Nick might be helping out, but I'm not sure if he's.
So I'm sure, but whoever's running it, and I'm sure Richard will be in there to make sure that you just really have enough time to make that transition from a referee to competing athlete, and then making sure you're warmed up and all that kind of stuff. So we wish you the best of luck. We'll be there. It'll be lots of fun, and you'll do great. Hopefully. Now you'll be good. All right. So we need to talk about, since this is the second part 2 of the World Championships, we need to talk about the WKF World Championships in 2018. Did you keep an eye on any of that?
I heard that Agiev was out.
He lost. Yeah, we talked about that on the first day. But yeah, he lost to Luigi Busa. He lost from Italy. He actually wound up winning gold, Luigi. So Rafael Agiev, 5-time world championship, settling for a bronze medal this time, which is huge. But we have the full results this time. So last time we talked just about kind of the first couple days. Now the event is finished. We have the full results. So this is new to you, but what we usually do is we usually go through the results and just give the gold medals and talk a little bit about it all. Richard Sensei, of course, is not here quite yet. If you're just tuning into the podcast now and you're wondering, who is that young man that is across from me talking? Not Richard Mosdell, clearly much younger. Much younger than Richard Mosdell. That's Owen Brady. Owen's sitting in here until we get Richard, since he's back from doing his business duties and his business meetings. He should be back soon. But let's go over a little bit of these results. So usually what we do is we go through the divisions. Yep. One of us will give this one to you. You say the division, and I'll say the gold medal athlete, and then I'll talk maybe about the silver medals or whatever. So let's go through this. So let's start with this one right here. Go ahead.
All right, so it's female kata.
So female kata, the gold medal world championship, Sandra Sanchez from Spain. Have you seen her kata before?
No, I haven't.
She's very, very strong. And this is interesting because the silver medalist is Kiyo Shimizu, who is also a previous world champion and has been absolutely the top of the ranks in female kata. And these two, Sandra Sanchez and Kiyo Shimizu, have gone head-to-head many times. And it was really interesting to see in this one, like, who was going to prevail. But yeah, Sandra Sanchez coming out on top and is the gold medal world championships in the females kata. So congratulations to Sandra Sanchez. Also of note is that Rita, there she is, Rita No from Canada got 7th.
Nice.
So congratulations to Rita. I know she's been putting in a lot of effort. She's been going to a lot of international tournaments, and she got 7th at the World Championships. So, I mean, I know she said it wasn't really as good as she was hoping she was going to get, but that's really good for the World Championships, and she can just keep getting those points. So we talked about that. Anyways, let's keep going on here with the female divisions.
All right, female kumite, minus 50 kilograms.
Good. Gold medalist is Miho Miyahara from Japan, beating out Serap Ojalek, who we've talked about from Turkey. She was actually the WKF #1 ranked, but lost in the finals there. So Miho Miyahara, the world championship in the minus 50 kilograms.
All right, next is minus 55 kilograms.
We got Dorota Banazacek from Poland. And to be honest, I have never even heard of Dorota Banazak from Poland, beating out Jana Beach from Germany, though. So congratulations to Dorota. That's a big accomplishment, minus 55. You moving up in the ranks there for sure. Let's go on to the next one.
Next one is minus 61 kilograms.
Jovana Prekovic from Serbia. Let's move on.
Next is minus 68.
Irina Zarateska from Azerbaijan winning the gold medal. Congratulations. That's a big win.
Next is 68 plus kilograms.
In the female division, we got Eleni. Oh, man. Sorry for this one. Chatziliado. Eleni Chatziliado from Greece.
That's pretty good.
Team Greece. That's my roots. I'm Greek.
That's
my roots.
See that?
You can see it, yeah, the olive skin. Go Eleni. Good job. Beating out Ayumi Ukusa from Japan, who got the silver medal. She's been a force in that plus 68 division, Kumite division. So Eleni again, apologize for screwing up this name. Chatziliado from Greece. Absolutely huge win overcoming there. And then this one here.
Female team kata.
Who else but Team Japan coming out with the gold medal. All right, let's move on to, we got one more to do here.
Female team kumite.
Team France beating out Team Japan. So Team France winning the female team kumite as World Championships. All right, that's the female divisions. Let's go on to the male divisions because this is quite interesting as well. Go ahead.
Yes, male kata.
So the male kata world champion is Ryo Kiyuna from Japan. You've probably seen some videos of him. Very, very strong kata athlete, beating out Damian Quintero, the Spanish dream from Spain. Damian Quintero winning the silver medal. Interesting here is, so in both male and female kata, the finals were Japan versus Spain.
Yes.
In females, the Spain athlete, Sandra Sanchez, came out on top. But in the male kata, Ryo Kiyuna is the world champion from Japan. So congratulations, Ryo Kiyuna. That's a big win for him and puts him in really good contention to be going to the Olympic Games, of course, which is this is a big event for that. All right, let's move on here to the next kumite, or to the first kumite division in males.
Minus 60 kilograms.
Is Angelo Crescenzo from Italy winning the gold medal, beating out Naota Sego from Japan. Good job.
And the next is minus 67 kilograms.
Stephen DaCosta from Team France is the World Championships. Good job, Stephen.
Minus 75 kilograms.
And again, I apologize for any name mispronouncing, but I believe this is Bamin Asghari Ganche from the Islamic Republic of Iran. Good job. So actually, wow, okay, so I missed, obviously, this on the final day, because this is Rafael Agayev's division, minus 75 kilograms. He's been the world champion in this 5 years in a row, and he gets third in this. I thought Luigi Busa got first, but actually Luigi Busa lost in the finals to Bamin Asghari. I thought I saw on social media he got first, but actually Luigi Busa getting second. So Islamic Republic of Iran, Bamin wins first, Luigi Busa second, Ken Nishimura, another big name from Japan, winning third, and Rafael Agayev also winning third. So that's a stacked division. Just some top-level athletes. You've probably watched some videos of Rafael Agayev fight before, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Yep, definitely.
He's pretty strong, eh?
Pretty strong.
He gets in. He's fast. He's really good at takedowns. I was actually really surprised in his fight against Luigi Busa. I thought he was going to win that one, but Luigi Busa showing that he's been training hard. All right, let's move on here with our results.
To minus 84 kilogram.
Our minus 84 kilogram winner is Ivan Vishik from Croatia. So congratulations. And finally,
84 plus kilograms
is Jonathan Horn from Team Germany, beating out Sajaz Ganjadeh from the Islamic Republic of Iran. And interestingly enough, I don't see Ruta Araga from here, who is the heavyweight Japan athlete, who usually is gold medalist. I wonder if he was even there. Richard will know for sure. I'd have to go back and look, but you know, if Richard shows up, we'll be able to find out. All right, let's move on to this one.
All right, a male team kata.
Team Japan winning. Male team kata. Who else? And
male team kumite
is the Islamic Republic of Iran winning male team kumite. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the results from the 2018 World Championships in Madrid, Spain.
Nice.
What an event that was. And again, this is all leading up. This is the last World Championships before the last World Championships before the Olympics, obviously, which is going to be happening in 2020.
Tokyo.
Tokyo, yes, that's correct. So the next World Championships will also be happening in 2020, but it's going to happen after. So you're going to have, in 2020, we're going to have the Olympics, obviously the Summer Olympics in the summer, and then we're going to have the World Championships right after in, I think it's in October, late October that year. I'd have to double check. But so 2 premier events in 2020. 2020 is going to be a big year for karate. Obviously, they're in the Olympics, which is big, but also with the World Championships as well. What did you think when you heard the Olympic? Now, I mean, obviously it was a couple years ago. Now we're kind of going back a little bit. But what were your thoughts as a karate athlete? You weren't quite an instructor yet. You maybe weren't as involved in karate as you are now. What were your thoughts when the Olympics were first announced? When karate was first announced to be in the Olympics.
When they were first announced in the Olympics, first I was excited because that means more people get to do more tournaments.
Yes.
I was also interested in who would eventually go to the Olympics.
Sure.
Because I know we can only bring a certain amount of people, right?
Yes, that's right. And they're only having 8 per division. Ooh. So like 8. Oh, we got Richard Mosdell calling here. Hold on. Let's see if I can get him on speakerphone. Richard Mosdell. I'm currently sitting here on the Karate 360 podcast with my new co-host, Owen Brady.
Hello.
We actually just went over you're live right now, by the way. We actually just went over. What's that?
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, well, we got you. We got you right up against the mic here. We just went over the WKF results, and we were kind of wondering when you were going to roll in.
You know, when they say you got to sit with your accountant and go over your year end, and they're not kidding about looking at every single number. Like, why did you have to fill up the gas tank in the after-school van 9 times instead of 8 times? You know? So, I want to tell you that, you know, I was out with ninjas and we were rescuing damsels in distress, but it was more like, you know, do you have to buy 50 boxes of toilet paper instead of 49 toilet paper here? So I'm really sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was going into such a deep hole of stuff.
Well, we told the listeners that you were in a very, very important business meeting, and now you've just ruined it with toilet paper talk. So your cover is blown.
I can talk about the $millions project meeting, but then I can't tell anybody about it right now.
Ah, okay. All right, well.
I am literally 3 minutes away, and you guys can keep chatting. I did put a video up there that you want to look at.
We're all good. We're all good. We got this covered till you get back here, Richard. We'll see you in 3 minutes.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Starting now.
Yeah, your 3 minutes starts right now. Hopefully you guys could hear that over our mics there. Richard Mosdell again in his meeting, and he's on his way. So he'll be here very shortly.
Yes.
I even forgot. I lost my train of thought there. We were talking about the Olympics. We were talking about 2020, how it's going to be a big year.
We're talking about how we can only bring a certain amount of people. Only 8?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's where we were at. So we were talking. Good job at keeping me on track here. So 8. Yeah, so we can bring 8. There's going to be 8 kata athletes, male, 8 female kata, and then there's going to be 8 kumite. I think that's how they're going to do it. 8 kumite, and the weight divisions are going to be combined. So there's going to be 2. There's going to be the bottom 2 divisions for both female and male, the 2 weight division, or we even go to the top. So for males, like plus 84 and minus 84 is going to be combined. Yep. Minus 75 is going to stay, and then minus 67 and 60 are going to be combined. For females, it's going to be like a 68 kilograms, so minus 68 and plus 68 are going to be combined. 61 kilogram is going to stay what it is, and then minus 50 and minus 55 are going to combine. So there's going to be 3 weight divisions for male and female, 8 athletes in each. So that doesn't leave a lot of athletes to get in. So yeah, it's super tough to get in, and obviously you have to go through the ranking. There is a kind of backwards qualification system that you can do, but yeah, it's going to be tough. If you had, when you heard the Olympics were going to be coming and you heard that, were you thinking that there might be an athlete? Who do you think maybe in Canada might be able to make it? Who would have you thought? Is there a name that pops to your head?
I honestly wasn't too much into names.
You weren't too,
I think a year or two.
You weren't quite into elite. You weren't quite into elite. Do you remember our 2 athletes that we come here to the kata seminar?
Of course. It was Kenneth and Rita.
Kenneth and Rita, yeah. Kenneth Lee and Rita Nyo, who just got 7th at the World Championships. Our best chances probably for kata, along with Toshi Uchiagi, who is also a male kata athlete.
I actually got to see Kenneth Lee, and actually when I was doing my officials exam, I actually got to be officiating him with the flags
in the Victoria Open.
That's
right.
That was really cool.
He did come to the Victoria Open. Yeah, obviously a top national champion here in Canada. He so good luck to them. But yeah, getting into the Olympics, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for any athlete really to do it. But in Canada, if you're not already cracking that top 10, you got to start going to those. Well, I mean, most of them have started, but you got to get those points, and it's all about collecting those WKF K1 points. So anyways, that's what we're looking forward to in 2020. This was a huge event at the World Championships to get ready for that. So we're going to keep an eye on all these names. It'll be interesting to see what some of these names that aren't quite recognizable, like some of these names I don't even quite it's going to be interesting to see how they play a role now that they've kind of cemented themselves as some top players. So it'll be interesting to look at. All right, let's move on. We're going to have probably just enough time for when Richard gets back here to do the karate quiz, which is a new event that we get. And maybe you can stick around for this. You may as well just stick around for the rest of this podcast since you've been here. You're practically here the whole time anyway. I'm going to give you my fitness training tip.
Yep.
Richard will hopefully be back for the karate quiz, and we'll go from there. So my fitness training tip of the week is, we know that your left and right side of the body, you have a stronger side, right?
Yeah, of course.
What would you say is probably your stronger side?
Probably my right side.
Probably your right side.
Right-handed.
You're right-handed. That's usually the case. So what people often ask me as a strength and conditioning coach is, how can I get better on my non-dominant side? For you, you and me, left side. How can I get that stronger? Because we know that the better you are at both sides, the better, very likely, you're going to perform.
Yeah.
Well, one way that you can train to get better at your weaker side is training your weaker side first.
Yes.
But I say that, and I don't actually mean like first right away. What I mean is you train both sides, so train your right, train your left, and then when you get into the technical part of things, that's when you want to train your left side first. So when you're more fresh, train your left side and also train more of it. We can do this in the gym as well. So when we do karate-specific gym movements, one that we always kind of go to is like a landmine press, where where the barbell is in the corner and you're pressing it up. Uses the kinetic chain. That's a common word on the Karate 360 podcast. Kinetic chain. Using that to generate power from the side. What we can actually do is we can do a landmine press with both our arms first. Oh,
there he is.
Look who it is. Look who comes crawling in.
This is why Owen is so awesome.
All right.
Having him
Right? I just said, you know what? I said, Owen, sit down. You're the new Richard Mosdell. Right? Okay, so hold on. I'm just giving my fitness training tip of the week, because we actually don't need to go through your video till next week, and we'll talk about that. But so my fitness training tip is, I'm telling everybody how to train your non-dominant side. So how to get stronger at your non-dominant side. And basically, it was using the landmine as an example.
Just a second. It's the non-dominant side.
And we already went through the kinetic chain.
Oh, yes.
Welcome, Richard Mosdell, to the Karate 360 podcast.
Hey, everybody.
There we go. So, hold on. Let me finish my fitness training tip. You're out of the picture because we're closer, so come a little closer. Okay, so do a landmine with double both arms first. So both first. We're all doing it. Raise the roof with a landmine, and then go to your non-dominant side first. So do both, then do your, in our case, left side, and then switch to your dominant side. So do your dominant side last, because what you want to do is you want to actually, we call it pre-fatigue your muscles by doing both, and then do your non-dominant side first, because you're going to get, it's going to be more fatigued.
It's like the karate thing where you always, like, if everyone's right-handed, you always do left-handed first.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, but it can be applied to any type of sport-specific movement in the gym or anything as well. So if you want to get your weaker side stronger, train that side first.
Why, like, if I want a really good reverse punch,
sure,
non-dominant side. But when I want to be, but my righting hand is my right hand. It's weird. Like, if I want to do really nice reverse punches, I actually put my non-dominant side forward.
So you feel like you're better with your left?
Yeah, but then when I switch it up, I'm ambidextrous.
Okay, it's probably actually because when you'll have your non-dominant hand back, so when your left hand is back, because in karate it really relies on that rotational force, you're actually a little bit stronger rotating on your right side from there to be able to throw it. So it might not be so much that your arm is more dominant, but that side of your right body.
Wait, hang on. Keelan, drop knowledge.
Drop knowledge. That's what we do. It's what we do here on the Karate 360 podcast. So there you go. That's how you train your non-dominant side. Make sense?
Totally.
Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna backtrack here a little sec because we went over the results. We can't go too far,
Okay.
but because we talked about we went over the results of the World Championships. Owen filled in absolutely fantastically in reading out the division names. One question we came across is where was Lutara Arega? He wasn't in there.
Was he on the draws?
We didn't look at the draws. I was wondering if you knew. I just brought up the results. I feel like he wasn't even there. I didn't see any promotional push for him on social media or anything.
Minus 84?
He'd be plus 84.
Plus
wouldn't he? He's
84?
heavyweight, yeah.
I think I saw him in the pictures, though.
In like the promotional pictures or like in the pictures after?
Team
Oh, maybe he did team.
picture. No, like I think I saw him in the group picture.
Okay, because he wasn't in the. I can't imagine him not being in the top 10, and according to the results here, he's not in the top 10. So
No. Do you just go to the draws?
So we got to go back up to sport data.
Yeah, just go back one step to sport data. Yeah.
Let's see and find out because that was one. I mean, we talked about Luigi Busa beating Agiev. Luigi Busa got silver. We talked about the kata Spain versus Japan kata finals. But the one question that came up was where in the world was
where is
Lutara?
Mr. Adaga?
Now this is running our all our technical stuff here for Scratch 6 Spots. So this might take a
I have his Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, and I didn't see.
So he was at Tokyo, but he might not have been at Worlds.
I don't think he was at the World Championships.
No, ladies and gentlemen, he's not.
He was not at the World
He
Championships.
would just smoked me at an injury.
Maybe because it would, yeah, or maybe he just felt he was so far ahead in the points anyway that he just doesn't need it or whatever. But I mean, it was surprising. But I'm assuming maybe he was injured. Maybe we'll look into that and we'll get to it next week a little bit. But
basically, he just said after the loss
in Tokyo,
yeah, a lot of people came to sport, can't help. I'm just giving you the English translation here.
Sure.
Thanks for the win. By the way, I'm 28 years old today as of that day. Maybe he didn't qualify, but you think he would have qualified.
I think he would have qualified. I mean, he's number
qualified.
one in the
He may have injured himself. Yeah. I will. Let me ask. I'll ask Kominata-san at the WKF. At JKF.
You ask your people, and we'll find out. We'll talk about it next week.
Yes, I'll ask.
Okay.
I'll get his number. I'll ask him directly.
Just ask him. Ragas, yeah. What else did you miss in this podcast? It was a good podcast. I feel, Owen, don't you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I think it was our best one. I don't know about you.
Hey, hang on a second there.
One thing you can maybe touch on is we talked a little bit about the technical seminar, the World of Wado seminar.
World of Wado weekend.
The World of Wado weekend. Just maybe we give us a little bit more details on that before we sign off.
Well, you've got your highest ranking woman in the entire world for Wado teaching it.
Norma Foster.
Norma Foster.
Yeah.
You have your most energetic, crazy, fantastic with knowledge Scottish Canadian guy.
Without a doubt, Peter Stoddard.
Without a doubt, Peter Stoddard
takes the cake.
Yes. Who injured his ankle, and then mentally healed it over the last 7 days and said,
"I'm coming.
It will heal." And then
Richard Mosno.
Yeah, who has some qualities.
And Saturday,
3 seminars.
3 seminars. So Saturday there's the technical stuff.
Yeah, technical, like just basics stuff, 10 to 12, and then 1:30 to 2:30 is like very Wado like 2-person stuff.
Okay.
And kata, and then in the afternoon we're splitting it up. So anybody who's blue belt and higher will go for a black belt exam practice.
Owen was already telling us.
Yeah, even the black belts
Yeah.
are going to go practice for everyone they got. And then everybody else from white to green belt will do sports karate.
Okay, great. Yeah, Owen was telling us a little bit about that. So
and then so it's really unique. It's nice that people can pick and choose what they want to do. And then and also telling them like you don't have to give up your entire weekend. There's a lot going on, but you don't have to give up the whole weekend. You come to just 1 2-hour seminar. Then the tournament is really just 2 hours on Sunday.
Yeah.
Right here, we're gonna do double elim.
Double elimination.
We're using the computers and everything.
Nice.
Yep, double elim, and everyone will go through and we have some really nice Woodles.
Woodles. Wooden medals. Nice.
Is that just a nickname?
That was a nickname that one of our kids made up. That was a nickname that one of our students made up.
Yes. Okay.
So we have to make sure we pick them up tomorrow.
Yes,
the Woodles, not the kids.
Yeah, don't forget.
yeah, we gotta get the Woodles. yeah. Kayla saved our bike and last time. It's been really funny with that shop. Someone has always forgotten something from it. Like we had a tournament a couple months ago. Someone didn't check to see that they had all the bronze medals.
Oh yeah.
Then another tournament recently didn't order enough. Last tournament didn't even pick them up. So
it's all uphill from here.
It's all uphill from here. Yeah. And then so it's gonna be a really great action-packed weekend. And then even more exciting, tomorrow we get a new vacuum.
A new vacuum.
I know.
Whoa.
Backpack vacuum.
Whoa.
Like, and Owen said, it was you, right? Who said like, it's like we're getting the Ghostbusters.
100%.
And then we're getting a brand new machine that will wash the mats.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Exciting.
You're hitting the big leads.
We made it big. Gentlemen. New backpack vacuums.
What's a better number than 208?
Than 208.
How about 210?
Members. Boom. Damn.
I can't even count that high.
It's going up every week.
I know.
That's awesome.
Just want to say how wonderful our people are here. And by the way, you can't buy pot in our store.
Yeah. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go check out the Kenzan Sports Store.
Like if you're calling looking for Kaizen martial arts, who you bought pot from because there's a dispensary you went to locally and you got a bill and you got angry and you called us because there is no Kaizen martial arts listed and you came to Kenzan Sports Karate. Hey, we're a victim too.
It's not us.
It's not us. We're in the paper. It's not us.
Yeah. That's funny. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Richard Mosdell. That pretty much wraps up.
I was like, that was really funny. As I was at the account, I'm like, I gotta leave at 9:15 latest. I'm like, yeah, but what about this line of item? I'm like, oh, okay.
It's all right. We got you in here. And Owen, you filled in absolutely beautifully.
That's a rock star.
Oh, just seamless. It was a good job, and we'll have you back, I think.
Do you know his nickname inside the club? We took him swimming out to the lakes.
Is it OCD?
OCD. We're a little bit nicer than his family. No, he's known as the Norse god.
The Norse god.
Yeah. We took him swimming and like we're like way out there in the middle of the lake, and he just emerged from the water with the hair. And
I could see with the hair.
It's like the Norse god.
Wow, that's what a compliment.
You almost drowned at that point.
It's quite a compliment.
I mean, in reality, when I emerged, I was just trying to stay on my feet. But,
just trying to stay afloat. Oh, whatever. You got to do what you got to do. All right, let's sign this one off, gentlemen. This has been fun. You wouldn't know, but it's been fun.
I believe it's fun. Came in, the energy's awesome.
But again, thanks for tuning in, everybody, guys, to part 2 of the World Championships recap episode. We'll be back next week with our same usual fun stuff. I'm Kalen Angloss.
I'm Richard Mosdell.
And
I'm Owen Brady.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Sanrokumaru. Just nailed it. All right. Thank you.
You're right.
Nice.
That's like